Alright. We good on the YouTube end? Looks like we're good on the YouTube end. It looks like we're good on the Twitch end. Alright, let's step right into it. I'm not sure if no. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm really in the talkative mood today. But I am in Play Legends Arceus and Shiny Hunt Petilil before picking up Legends EA type of mood today. So we'll see how chattive I want to be. Because I don't exactly want to talk too much about how my day's been. And yet that's the first thing that's on my mind. It's kind of just been a kind of slump. One of those days where you just have to be a slump for a little bit. Spent like 2/3 of the day feeling kind of miserable. And then feeling pretty decent in the evening after a nice nap. Alright. I really shouldn't get sidetracked with satchels. But they're right there. There's two satchels right, like, probably the other side of this island. For no specific reason, I do find myself pondering how this game would play on a Switch 2. Ah, shoot. The satchel was on the other side after all. Alright, there's one. Well, I guess that's just the fire effects, because I was going to say, is maybe just kind of bending space and time on its own free will? Or is that just my imagination? Alright, one more. Then we can warp away, which is fine because it doesn't... Oh, that Magmar tried! That Magmar tried real hard! I thought it was safe in the sky, and Magmar's like, you better double think it. You better think twice about that, buddy. Yeah, I will say, like, probably the most constructive thing I've done so far outside of offline errands was a little bit of work with some video editing. Probably the next video series, although it's mostly just me editing down a stream VOD into a more digestible form. A more video digestive form. So I don't know if calling it a new playthrough is truly accurate, but anything that lowers my stats. You know, I have a lot of spoiled apricorns and not as many sticky glops as I would like, so anything that changes that ever so slightly, I am down for. And I guess I could use a few more revives as well, just to top myself off. Thinking more about it, I could do all this in town, sure, but we're right here. And if I do it now, then I don't have to worry about doing it in town. We can get right into trying to find a Petilil outbreak, which, I'll be honest, I'm not quite confident on. Like, I'm not fully convinced that it'll take an entire stream just to find a Petilil outbreak. With this whole hunting every single Hisui shiny, it was good in the beginning because, like, I had so many options and I was doing mass outbreaks, so anytime... It didn't take a lot of effort to find the type of outbreak that I was looking for. But now we are down to one, which not only means only one area that we're shooting the soft reset until there's mass outbreaks at one area. It also means that even if we do find outbreaks in the area I'm looking for, we're still dealing with a pretty small chance of it being the outbreak that I'm actually looking for. Well, we got something in Chrism Mireland. That's a good start. You know, it'd be funny if I went for all the trouble setting up the stream, putting all this foreshadowing, only to find a shiny Petilil immediately. But I shouldn't get my hopes that high yet. I don't even know if there's any Petilils here to look out for yet. At least not yet. And if we're going purely by numbers, I'm pretty low on odds. I'm pretty sure this is the area that Petilils appear in. You don't really see anything I'm quite looking for. I mean, we got Spiritombs, even the ones with berries. We got the guaranteed double wave. We can make a detour. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up my phone so I can just see exactly how many logins and such I'm looking for. More than I thought. 182 encounters, currently at 84% odds. But considering like with how over odds we were with like Cypher and all that, my confidence is not too high. Not to mention like my luck has been, I've had stupid good luck with shinies in Pokemon Go the past couple days, so I wouldn't be surprised if I just worn out all of my good luck. Even today I went out for, last night I went out for a nice little Halloween walk and found a shiny Noivern and well, I guess thinking more about that was the only thing in the walk, but like right before I went to bed, I checked my phone and got myself a shiny Rowlet with the Halloween costume and all in sight. And even today, I found myself a second shiny Noivern. So it does feel like my luck is up high, and shoot, one of them spots me, which means they all see me, which means we're gonna have a fun time. I don't know if I got any Pokemon here that really want to even fight a Spiritomb. And yet it seems like we're gonna be sticky globbing them all if we don't want to battle each of them individually. Also, I've noticed like I'm kind of pushing my luck a little bit. This is the major downside of Spiritomb. It's like the most major thing that I still struggle to actually handle in this game. Alright, healed up. I guess it would help if I like had the stealth spray going. Yeah, that would be pretty beneficial, thinking more about it. How are they already on guard? Well, back striking one. That's a good start. Great. They're all gonna be alerted again. Screw it. We're just gonna brute force it. There can't be too many more left. Shoot. Really great time for your little buddy to get out of the Pokeball there. Is that it? Is that all of them already? Seems so. Alright. A little awkward timing, but... Oh, I guess the Diamond Settlement is right next to them. We can get some efficiency out of this outbreak, even though none of it really matters, because none of it is really what I'm looking for right about now. Does only feel fitting to make sure that there's no alpha outbreak hiding in the distance. Yep, there they are, they're up here. Yeah, let's take care of this first. What do I gotta do with... I forget if it's fast or strong style moves I gotta do with Barb Roach. It might not even be either, it might just be the moves in particular. Pull up another stealth spray. Swap on over to my smoke bombs. Let's get this going. Oh, that was a bit of a surprise. The fact that Ursaring hasn't seen me, that's kind of a miracle in itself. Well, good excuse is that I need to actually get some research in. That's like the whole reason that I justify this over... It's like the main reason I justify doing my shiny hunting this way rather than like resetting and all that. Ah. I completely forgot, but I'm actually am I all done with Galing? I think I might actually be all done with Galing, and I just forgot to put it away and replace it with something else. Well, it's here. Might as well. Guess I did still have to at least do Source Dance with it. Got that I'm all out of room for orange berries as well. Yeah, it's just normal Ursa-rings. Yeah, screw it. Come this far. Might as well see it through. I literally just gotta do Source Dance with it one more time, and then I can put it away and never worry about using it again. Take care of you, then we can take care of the other one. And this is why I dread the whole only one Pokemon left to look for ordeal. Because of how easily I get sidetracked while playing the game. Screw it. It's in the red. It's paralyzed. Might as well catch it. That's everything you know from here. Got some nice research in for Beautifly. More importantly, Galley is all done. Actually, I think I'm gonna hold off on healing because I'm so close to just going back. Raiders. We had radar detections of a satchel around here. There we go. I'm just conflicted of if I want to do more or if I just want to head back and actually get back to the main thing, but wouldn't complain about Res Bonsly. Let's throw it in here and see how we can handle it. You know what? Just until I figure out if I want to sell them or do something else, let's put a bunch of my orange berries in the item box. Then we can go from there. Let's see if there's anything going on with these other outbreaks, even if there's no Petilils to speak of. Alright. You know, if you're all gonna just run away, then I'm just gonna brute force this. I'm pretty sure I saw one run off in the distance. Or not. Is everything really getting clear up already? I guess I might as well finish out the outbreak then. Do I got time to just check to see if any of the Anguses are gold? It doesn't seem like it. At least let me put up a stealth spray, because these could be a little problematic if they see me. I wonder if Barbroach can handle them. Who's ready to attack? Can the aggro Pokemon please stand up? Okay, there you are. Barbroach, okay, I think 2v1 might be a little too much for a little Barbroach here. Welp. What even left to do with Toxicroak? Is it really just using strong style moves? Do I really not have anything better than Rock Smash? You're a Toxicroak. Yeah, this might not have been a brilliant idea. It does appear that everything that I would want to do research with isn't exactly the most ideal Onyx counter. So hopefully we can just catch the rest of them and not worry about any more battles and just call it there. Well, huh? I thought I saw a research notification, but now I guess we'll never know. Toxicroak. Maybe for using strong style moves. Oh yeah, gotta do Venom style. Oh, I keep forgetting about using the non-attacking moves. Well, at least there's still plenty of time. And maybe it will save me some time not going through the animations each individual time. Alright. I could go collect all the satchels, but I feel like we've gotten pretty sidetracked as is. Time to start getting serious. Did I really just burn all my caster firms? So good. That reminds me, since I never cleaned up after I never cleaned up proper after the last outbreak. I guess now's a good time as any to make up for that. Oh, that's right, I caught that Aipom as a celebration for actually getting Aipoms to come out of trees. I guess it's only because I don't know who else. We'll throw Espion in here. The only thing I do is find some of these in the wild and use ghost type moves on them, and we'll be all set with that. I should have enough sticky glops for at least one more outbreak. First, let's see if there's anything. Nope. It has been a little bit since I've last checked on Pokemon Sleep. I guess I could do that. But first, I think I'll check to see if there's... I'll check the encounters around here and see if there's any... Halloween surprise of the note. There's 2 Vulpixes here. That's a good start. That's like the one... That's one of the shinies that I'm still looking for before this Halloween event ends. Which is kind of funny because it's been around for a few Halloweens already. I guess we're killing time to try to get what I'm looking for, because this is unfortunately the boring part. How about I talk about my stupid crazy Pokemon Go luck these past couple weeks? See, I'll just hit the shiny button, put in age 0. Right, caught the Rowler pretty late, so that shows up still. 0 through 7. In just one single week, I've gotten 11 shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Go. 5 of them being part of the Halloween event. Well, 6 if you want to count, like, uncostumed Pokemon like Volby. But I know that's not even the only that's not even the only Volby I got in recent times, because if I bump it up from 7 days to 14 days, I've gotten 16, including Oricolo, another Durant on my birthday, another shiny Ponia. Screw it. I know there's nothing to note here, but I am morbidly curious if there's any Aipoms in the tree. To the point that I'm willing to just soft reset if I don't find any shaking trees in that area along the way. But yeah, there's that second Volby that I gotta go. Yeah, I got 2 shiny Volbys within like 2 days apart from each other, which is nuts, but honestly is kind of the most tame thing that's happened with me in Pokemon Go. When it comes to shiny luck, oh my we actually have a shaking tree. This is huge, folks. This is actually probably even bigger. And it's got another Aipom! Woo! I know that seems dumb, but this is actually an even bigger deal than actually finding a shiny Pokemon. You know how long I've been looking at these stupid trees, trying to get Aipom to come out of them? Because that's like the only way to actually... These are the only 2 trees in the entire game that can even have an Aipom show up in them, and they're not always guaranteed to even shake. You know how insane that is? I do. I've had to put up with it for way too long. You know what? We're gonna catch you. I want to actually catch an Aipom that came out of the tree this time of celebration. Not just catch a random alpha that appeared nearby. We gotta go for the real deal when it comes to sparkling Aipoms. You know what? You're even gonna get the Ultra Ball treatment, my friend. Shake. And a boo. Where does that put me? You're not gonna load it up? Fine, I'll just look myself. Oh, I'm not even close. Still 7 grueling checks of Aipoms and trees away. And you know what? Even though I haven't done the berries, I might as well just do a flyby of some outbreaks. Just to see if there's anything cool. Like, no point in investing any berries into this area, but... You know, I'm starting to realize that there is technically a harm in doing this. I am setting myself up for disappointment if... it's not shiny, but do I go after the Alpha Togetic? That is something I don't really get to see every day. And we're here. I wonder if I ever... That's the sound of it trying to murder you. That's not the sound of it turning shiny. I was gonna say, have I ever actually reclaimed the shiny Togepi? Or was it Toetic that got away from me? I don't really know now, and feeling like I'm already getting too sidetracked to go into my pastures and check. So I think I'm going to just grab these satchels because they're so close by, and then go along my merry way. Well, I say close by. Oh, I don't know if that was really as close as I was expecting it to be. Actually, do I grab mud while I'm here? I think I should grab mud while I'm here. This seems like the easiest place to grind mud in the game, because it's like the one resource you can't just buy at the shop, ironically enough. So I might as well. It's free after all. It's not perfectly in my way, it is a little bit of a detour, but with how much mud they have stacked up here, I think it's well worth the detour. I just have to keep reminding myself that. In fact, I can even save a little time by just warping back here. Didn't realize that being outside of a cave means that you take significantly longer. And I just realized the Lepa berries that we got. There's say Lepa berries that I use for PowerPoints, so that's convenient in and of itself. I know I found an Aipom in the last stream too, but I swear those trees never actually shake. Of course, as soon as I start hyping them up as being this impossibly hard thing to do, that's when the Aipom start showing up left and right. To be fair, if they were easy, I would have that research task taken care of a long time ago. Alright. Actually, nothing this time. So now maybe I'll actually get around to checking on Pokemon Sleep. Because before I was just like, well, I'll check on Pokemon Sleep after I check out Pokemon Go. So this is the last or the second last night where Halloween Pokemon will even show up, even though I've definitely gotten everything I could possibly want and then some. It doesn't hurt to keep checking for more just in case. So yeah, Halloween night I got... Where was I when talking about the shinies? Oh yeah, I caught 2 Gulpins and might as well right next to each other. They were on the same day, same walk. Gulpins were popping up all over this park because there was apparently a Gulpin nest. One of them turned blue, and that was cool because it was a shiny that I haven't seen. It was a shiny that I've been looking out for a very long time, and never turned blue. But of course, during this one walk in the park, both of them, 2 of them turned blue. Because of course. So that was pretty crazy. Like, I'll admit, after when the second one came around, I'm like, okay, game. I didn't really need a second Gulpin. One Gulpin was cool, but a second shiny Gulpin kind of just reminds me of how indifferent I am to Gulpin in general. Oh, I think this is technically the other Aipom tree, but I swear I never actually see Aipoms in it, so I might be thinking of the tree next to it. So yeah, I forget when it is in the grand scheme of things, but I find, speaking of shiny Pokemon that I've been looking for a long time, but never actually got, in a couple walks afterwards, I can actually look up the dates. So, oh yeah, yeah, the Gulpins were on the 26th. This was on the 27th, so immediately the following day, I go on a walk. Or maybe, I can't even remember what's on a walk anymore if I just found it at home. But, anyway, I found a shiny Luminace. That was pretty crazy. And before I continue, any more shaking trees? No. But since the two-stepper in the softer set, and this is basically a softer set anyways, I'm gonna just keep going. I like to actually have the shiny Pokemon, or I'd like to actually have the Pokemon Go, be looking at the Pokemon Go screen while I'm talking about Pokemon Go. So we'll wait until I get back to town before continuing the shiny Pokemon stories. I guess this wasn't a bad idea. I was worried that spending the whole day talking about, or spending the whole day just looking for one outbreak would be kind of boring, but this concept of going after, coming back here just to check out Aipom trees in the mix of it all, that alone has kind of made the journey a bit more exciting. Speaking of exciting, I should probably get back to the stories I'm talking about. So, a few days later, I find myself... Oh yeah, this is actually, like... This wasn't during a walk, I'll just leave it at that. But I found myself a shiny Teddiursa. Oh, that was fast. Then, another shiny Teddiursa. And in the same day as that second shiny Teddiursa, a shiny Girafarig, another shiny Pokemon that I've actually been looking out for a long period of time. Despite not really being tied to any events. And the following day was Halloween night when I was going out to do some more hunts and look for... Okay, awesome, we got a Petilil outbreak. Just in time for me to finish up the story. Because that takes us to Halloween night where I found the Annoying Bird during my walk. Honestly, the Pokemon I was most excited to look for out of all the costume Pokemon appearing, that was great. Then when I got home before going to bed, found the shiny Rowlet, which takes us to today. It's kind of wild. I'm only saying this because it's wild that I found another shiny when I've been finding so many shinies as is. But on today's walk, I actually found a second shiny Noivern, or second shiny Noivat. Unfortunately, it was when I was in a great headspace, so I wasn't really able to fully appreciate the moment. Do I want to save? I'm no good at doing the diversions. So it might be faster and more fun for me if I just look for another outbreak if it's not here. But let's not worry about that. Let's just assume that the shiny that we are looking for is right around here. Man, I love the stealth spray. Literally on top of them, and yet they don't notice me. Oh, you got Petilil. Though I just realized I forgot to actually track. Oh, I'll address you later. I gotta catch your little baby first. I'd rather catch everyone and not battle them to make it easier to track. Get you from the back. What's that? And that's the last of them. I've been looking so hard to actually find a Petilil. I gotta try one more time. Even if I don't got the sheets and any of that out here, I'm sure battling them all will result in somewhat different RNG than just catching them all. No harm in trying at the very least. Because looking at my time, we're at like 40 minutes. So who knows how long it'll be before I find another set of Petilils to go around. I just realized all this time later, I have yet to actually check on Pokemon Sleep like I said I would. Maybe it would be better for the best if I just did it on low. If I would have done it before watching the stream. Oh yeah. There might be one problem with the plan. Petilils are skimmish. So trying to battle them all might result in a little bit of an awkward time. We'll do what we can though. That makes for 2 Petilils there. And this will make 1 more. Yeah, I can't reset this time because by the time we're done, I'll have done all the research I need for Beautifly, and I'll actually be able to put it away and replace it with a decent battling Pokemon. I'm not really convinced that I'm doing anything that's changed the RNG though, because this feels like right around the time that the Lilligans popped up the last time as well. Not what I was hoping for. Huh. Oh, there's one Petilil out in the distance. Huh, there's more? And that looks like that's it for that outbreak. Anything I want to check? I guess we can... I'm just setting myself up for a phase I don't need, but... it's got the star. Might as well see what's up with the Rhyhorn at the very least while I'm here. Alright, stealth ourselves up. Now, I see this is around the area where Barbarroach normally appears, so maybe I should look into that as well. Let's see how I feel after the Rhyhorns. Because there's a lot of distractions just in this general vicinity. I gotta put up another smoke bomb before it's too late. Is that everyone? New horde forming. And it's just Rhydons. You know, it's easy enough, so I'll just go until they see me and then, like, bolt or something. Okay. And there's my cue to get out of here. See you later, Rhyhordaner. Ah, that couldn't have been more force if I tried. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the commentating vibe this week compared to last week. So maybe I will actually end off in the hour. But I gotta try it for at least an hour. You know, it seems like a random time to bring it up, but I can't help but ponder. Great, literally all I gotta do with Beautifly is use Stun Spore. When am I gonna use Stun Spore? Let alone use it 15 times. But yeah, like, how long has it been since the 1000 Year Door remake has been released? Because I can't help but ponder if we're due for some news about what the fate of the Paper Mario series is gonna end up being. Because, like, how many years it was between the release of Origami King and the announcement of the 1000 Year Door remake? Because I'm not really even... The more I think about it, the more I think I'm not really even a Paper Mario fan anymore of either style. But I am deviously, or like... What's the word I'm looking for? I am morbidly curious about the fate of the Paper Mario series, especially with like what direction it will go in the upcoming time in the future. Oh, that's right, I saved right before the Lilligan outbreak. Probably for the best. I don't recall doing anything special. There wasn't anything cool. We didn't find anything neat along the way. I can save a little bit of resources by just saving here this time. You know, it's only a little bit of a shame that I didn't get to save the Pokemon, or like save the berries that I spent, but that's okay. I got plenty of berries to go around. Something here, but nothing there. I think I'm done with everything on my phone. I guess I could Google it. No one's gonna tell me, I'll just find it myself. Paper Mario, the Origami King. It's released. Where's the Wikipedia page? Wow, literally released right in 2020. And with what sort of word was I trying to form in my mouth that the FU syllable came out instead? What was I getting at? It was apparently 4 years between Color Splash and Origami King. So, you know, this probably would have been quicker to just look up a Wikipedia article on the Paper Mario series as a whole to get my numbers, but knowing that there's 4 years between Origami King and Color Splash is good knowledge. 1,000-Year Door remake, because that's probably more accurate than the amount of time between a full-fledged new game and a remake of an old game. Here. Oh, I guess it's 4 years apart. No, I'm looking at the GameCube version. I'm trying to find the Switch release. My search result even has the word Switch in it. Okay, 2024. So I guess it hasn't been that long. I don't know. I don't recall how much time it was between the announcement of the game and the release. But apparently the remake isn't even a year old yet. So maybe it's a little too soon. But again, I'm just so curious of what direction Paper Mario is gonna go when all this is said and done. You got anything else? I didn't even know there was a thing as Speed to Fly outbreaks. Screw it. I'm tired of soft resetting. I've clearly run out of conversation topics. Let's see if there's any Burmites around before I go back on a soft resetting spree. Excuse me. I had a burp that had to come out, and I figure it was better if you all didn't hear that. Oh, there is a Burmite. Might as well do a quick check to see if it sparkles. No harm as far as I'm concerned. Rather have a shiny Burmite than no shiny at all. Your alpha. Your aggressive and aggroed. Oh, don't tell me the Burmites are in the cave. No, they're on the ground. And they're about to get mad. You know what? Screw it. I'm probably not gonna save this. Attempt. Gotta love when the spawn animation saves your ally from getting secluded into a Pokeball. Oh, I did not realize I was this close to death. Maybe it wasn't worth it. Oh, I was just about to fly from the oven into the frying pan. Anyone use that saying anymore? It's been so long since I've heard it naturally. And again, I can see that about a lot of old sayings. But I also don't interact with enough people to tell me that I'm old and outdated, so I have no reason to believe otherwise. At least this gives me a second chance at stealth. Oh, I just had to open my mouth. You know, maybe I will save, because any opportunity to get mud, it's a good opportunity. But if I save, that means that I might as well, like, explore all the outbreaks to my heart's content. I don't know. There isn't anything that crazy around here. Do I really need mud that bad? And also, I value my time. So even if nothing happens, it still feels like a more productive use of my time to just ride it out and play along than it is to just offset because the Pokemon I'm looking for didn't show up. Here's hoping a Mud Bomb is enough when I'm like 10 levels higher. Thank goodness. See, I've done field research tasks with my Barbrooch. Now I have to keep this in the main timeline. It's right there. I might as well just do a flyby. Nothing of note. Moving on. It would be nice to at least get one, more than just one Petilil outbreak during this time frame, but that requires actually going over there. Okay, I kind of see why you dropped your satchel now. Now to get the heck out of Dodge before I meet a similar fate. You know, this kind of makes me wonder when the last time I had a flyby was. Oh, I didn't realize how high the Kadabras were. Little Barbrooch, you might be punching a little above your weight class. Just a little. Nothing else, this gives me a chance to use a Beautifly and, like, do maybe 3 stun spores before I inevitably get bored. It's always the status moves that are the most boring to try grind out. Because I just want to use a Bug Buzz and be done with it. It's the whole reason I'm sending... The type advantage is the whole reason I'm sending the Beautifly out. And you know, this might be one of the more safe options to do so if it just wants to keep using Stun Spore though. Yeah, this is something I can do off screen on my own time if I really want. The progress I did make was nice. But there's no Hisui Pokemon there. Do I want to even bother the Rufflets? I think at this point I might have... I definitely have a Braviary already. And I might have a Rufflet as well. And my goal of a Hisui of each region mostly just revolves around getting one per family. But we're right here, we got the balls to burn. Good chance to restock on Apple berries, just to assure that my infinite supply of them stays infinite. Shoot. Beautiful. You want to get another Sunsporin? Might be your chance. Let's see. See how much an Air Slash does. More than plenty. Oh, I didn't even realize I still need to do the Agile style moves. I thought that was taken care of a long time ago. Like during the time frame of the last outbreak. But that's really all that's really all of those Pokemon already. I kinda wanna go for Snover. I also kinda wanna get back to the Petilil hunt though. I was gonna say it's right there, but it's a little more than just right there. It's a bit of a flight. And flight's supposed to be the fast version. Oh! A notable robber's a rob. Same chick too. I'm bored. I wish there was someone to rob. Surprise! Twice in a row, baby. Oh, shoot. Who's my lead? Is it really being a fly again? No, that's Briarwolf, and I'm not sure that's better or worse, to be frank. Sorry about that, little bunny. Well, time to pull this Espeon that's just been sitting around doing nothing so far. I don't even know if I have you set up properly to take care of your research task. But I do know that I probably need to do an infinite amount of Agile style moves, so we'll start with that. I gotta double check if Calf is like a saying that exists. Because I swear that I've heard or looked it up in the past, but I've totally forgotten. But we got the 5 nuggets that we're looking for. About to get inevitably ambushed by Pokemon. Let's see if I can warp before... Oh, what am I doing? I'm still on my way to the Snover. It's the only reason that we stumbled upon that whole thing with coin in the first place. But now I'm having second thoughts if I even want to do that. Because we can't grind out the grass attacks. What do we need to do with Toxic Croak? I thought I did everything with Toxic Croak already. I'll just use Venom Shock and Nasty Plot. You know what? This might be the perfect opportunity for that. As long as I stick to just one Nasty Plot at a time, it shouldn't be too long and tedious. That's one. And not a huge fan of how many Venom Shocks I gotta actually do. So I probably won't be battling every one of them. But I'm glad I decided to battle this one. If only for that. If only for this beautiful moment. Oh. That we're kind of sort of witnessing as we speak. I love the little quirks of this game. I thought I said I was gonna go back to just catching these little fellas instead of just battling them every time. But I forgot about that apparently before going into this battle. So we'll ride it out. I tend to, as long as I'm doing stuff like gaming chill and streams of playing this game, I see no reason that I'll not eventually master every page in the Pokédex. It's quite a heavy task, to the point that I've given up to some degree on it, but if we can work on it a little bit here and there, then who knows, maybe I'll actually complete it before I die of old age. That would be cool. As long as I never do anything wrong with the save file, should be good to go. Snowbirds down. Foxgrove has made progress. We're almost to 40 Venom Shocks already. That's happening a lot faster than I was expecting. Doesn't even feel like we've done that many battles with it yet. Oh. Well, let's be honest, I guess it's up to you. And I should probably check at this point if it's Psychic or a weaker Psychic type move that I gotta do for revealing at times. At least I can do the fast style moves while I'm sorting out those details. But also I said I would check the last time I had in a battle, and yet here we are in another Pokemon battle, and I still don't know if I'm even properly set up with this Pokemon. Pokedex. Probably just go back to the normal dex for this. See, that's fast. Okay, it is Psychic. And Baby Doll Eyes. I should pull up my Espeon real quick just to make sure I have those two moves on hand. Psychic. Yep. No Baby Doll Eyes. Guess we'll get rid of Mimic for that. We should be good to go. I don't know if that's it for the Snowbirds, so heal up just in case. Well, I guess there is one more that I forgot about. And that's the last of them. I guess I'll do the Skull just because it's right here. And there's a Satchel I can go after. But I don't think I'm gonna... I was gonna say, I don't think I'm gonna ride out this entire outbreak. Never was initially the plan. Right. Is that really it for the outbreak? It didn't... This doesn't feel like a lot of them. But we do got the Alpha. kind of surreal. Just that once upon a time, there was a time that I was actually afraid of the alphas. Right, I'm sure I could still get a little bit of a jump scare if I had to worry about like 3 or 5 of them at once, but maybe going after these Death Skulls like put some good luck in the air. That the next time we do an outbreak, it'll be for Petilil. But also, you're not even berries. I'm out of here. We're well past the hour mark, and I still have only found one Petilil outbreak. Which is at least one. I don't want to, like, take away from that too much. 1 is better than 0. And there was a part of me that was concerned that 0 was a realistic number of Petilil outbreaks that I could find in the time frame of 1 hour. That being said, I'm going to do everything in my power to try to get the next outbreak as soon as possible. Alright, so all I gotta do is pretty much use Sunspore 10 more times. That's not too bad. Barbaroach. We're getting there. Also getting there with Espion a bit. Thank you, OBS, for having a relatively easy mute button to reach for. Because I can't believe that happened twice in a row. It hasn't even been a bit since I've last had Mountain Dew. I feel like that the grammar of that was all over the place, but whatever. We'll be fine. Yeah, something is just to check for the Aipoms in the tree. I gotta be focused. I gotta at least reset a couple times before giving in to my urges to actually play the video game. What else I can even check on in the meantime? I think I've done everything with TGG Pocket earlier on in the day. I guess I could see if anything new popped up in Pokemon Go. It looks like the whole spawn pool around here is essentially reset. So I guess it's worth tapping them real quick. Got another Vulpix. It's not shiny. But like, I've had such amazing luck with shinies in Pokemon Go the past couple weeks that I can't even complain. Like, if I actually played in the community, I could probably get the remaining shinies I want by trading some of the duplicates I've gotten. Nothing of value there. Yeah. The only thing that's on my mind to talk about is a game that I recently got, but I haven't played enough of it to really formulate an opinion yet. I'm honestly, ever since Legends of the Ace come out, I've been a bit worried that people don't really care about this game anymore. Between the fact that I do this for Game and Chill and streaming, part of me's been pondering if it's about time for like a little bit of an update, a little bit of a makeover in the background footage I play while I ramble on about things been going on. So I've been looking for. This also ties back to the fact that like the reason I still play this game is because it's a bit of a cozy game to me, where Legends EA feels way too action oriented to really be a cozy game. So I've been trying to, not very hard, mind you, but trying a little to reach out and see if there's another game that could fill the niche of a good, calm game to play while recording Game and Chill and all that. And that's when they said. So there's been a couple games that have been on my Steam wish list. Moonstone Island being one of them. I saw it went on sale, so I decided, why the heck not? I'll pop it open. I'll buy it and give it a shot. Worst case scenario, there's a refund policy. Mind you, the fact that like there's already a game that I kind of regret buying, but because took me so long to actually play the game, and it took me so long after playing it to research how Steam's return policy worked that I lost the window to return that other game. I won't mention it by name because I'm sure it's not a bad game, just not my style. But back into Moonstone Island, I've only played like 3 days of it. I don't know. Like, I don't dislike it, but I'm not sure if I fall in love with it yet. Like, part of the problem with part of my hesitation in getting into farming sims is the aspect of the ever-running clock. And, like, it's not as, like, easy and freeform, or at least that's what I am concerned about. That, like, I won't be able to just relax and do my own thing while talking, because I'll be constantly, because the efficient bug in me will be trying to do everything as efficiently as possible, to the point where I ruin my own possibilities of relaxing in the process. And Moonstone Island is one of those farming sim games that have the same gameplay loop as I feared they would. Part of the reason I wanted to give it a try though is because it does fall in the general consensus is that it's a cozy game. And it does have a little bit of a creature collection element into it. So I found, part of me was pondering that it could work out as a nice alternative for Game and Chill. Like, kind of work as a Legends Arceus, kind of capture the vibes that I get from playing Legends Arceus in a different game. That's the hope. I'm still kind of on the fence because, like, the time management thing is an issue. I'm still lost. I'm only on day 3, so it'll probably change if I spend more time with it. Some of my Pokemon names or HP bars are yellow. That sure is a thing. Yeah, ultimately I need to put aside more time to give it a fair chance, but I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up like not playing it, not using it because I just can't get over the time management portion of it. This quest for a new cozy game to talk about did remind me of the Animal Crossing Direct that happened not too long ago. Back before Legends Arceus came out, that was a game that I played for Game and Chill. So the fact that it's getting an update in January is worth consideration. It's just the jump from a Pokemon game to an Animal Crossing game is a bit of a jump. So I've been trying to look for something like Moonstone Island because I figured that fits the kind of general trope that the few fans of Game and Chill have already gotten used to, of like creature collector, while still having a bit more calm and relaxed of an environment compared to an actual Pokemon game. You know, I'm just rambling about stuff behind the scenes because I can't think of anything much better to do. And I also thought we'd be doing a few more soft resets than we're actually doing. That way. But heck, I guess we could observe our actual surroundings again. Because there's no Petilils here, but at least there's both of the rare Pokemon of this area, so in my head that kind of justifies coming back around here. Let's just see how quickly let's see if I can actually get the Spiritomb before they spot me this time. Well, if anything botched my chances, it would be that. You know, it's like I'm asking to get Jinx at this point. You know, I'm gonna just go overboard on the stealth items just to be on the safe side. I'm so glad that my efforts were completely invalidated. The very second I started talking about. Well, at least it seems like the other Spiritombs have gone unnoticed, so that's good. Also, if I actually hide in bushes, then I might not have to waste as much of the smoke bombs. That would be nice. Man, really? I guess it's not that rare for... Oh my god, we're actually getting a second wave of alphas? Oh, please, just don't see me. Doesn't look like we're gonna get any sparkles today, but at least at the very least an alpha outbreak is worth more research reward money than non-alpha outbreak. What else is even left here for me to do? I guess I could go for Murkrow. It's right by base. Just triple check to make sure I didn't overlook a Petilil or something. Nope. Oh, and there's Honchkrows here too. I think there's actually still something I need to do with Honchkrow. Well, only can get up to it close enough to see for myself. Okay, Murkrow's all done. Apparently I got a shiny of it already. I don't even remember that. Okay, defeat with fairy moves. A guy kills it. All I gotta do is catch an alpha. And I'll be all set. On one hand, it's a little disappointing because the odds of that happening are so slim, but we are in the middle of a massive ass outbreak, so if we get a second wave, it's not impossible. There's gotta be a better way I can arrange my items to scroll through this stuff more efficiently. Well, one of them somehow noticed me, so I guess we're all screwed. I'm probably pushing my luck with like setting a bug type against a flying type. And I just realized that like the fact that it's part dark doesn't even matter because the flying cancels out that weakness. Ah well, the stuff I gotta do with it is Stun Spore anyway, so what do I got to lose? Now I actually only have to do it 10 more times and then we're good. And that's it for that horde. Do I go for Tangela? Because it's right there and gives me a chance to restock on berries. I'm a little worried that like, they'll phase on it. But like, free berries. Can I get close enough to you? Excellent. 2 in a row. One of them saw me, but right, now they're all gonna spawn up and see me. I think I can find a way to manage, so I don't have to catch them, I just have to defeat them. And I do have a Toxicroak right here that a few more poison fodder. Oh cool, actually I don't think I could bother grinding out Ancient Power in Tangela. So if you Wild Tangelas want to just keep doing that over and over again, that works for me. Wonderful. I'll be frank, I don't remember if Ancient Power is even one of the moves that Tangela has to do. I just assume it is because it's tied to its evolution, and that's like how every other instance of use the move Ancient Power, works. There is an easy way to check. Awesome. Oh, what the hey? Deep down in my soul, I knew we weren't going to run into a situation of finding a second Petilil outbreak anyways. So if I can like get some move grinding done, then at least the stream won't be completely in vain. At least for me. I know you guys don't care about me doing the Pokédex. If you're watching, you just want to see the sparkly Pokemon. But if there wasn't for the Pokédex research, I'd probably move on from this game a long time ago. Though the personal goal of trying to get a shiny of Ichitsui does help a little. Hey, Tangela, you know when your buddies were like using Ancient Power and all that? That was cool, that was amazing. If you could do that instead of double a hit, that'd be wonderful. I guess not. Yeah, screw it. Surely this rainstorm's about to end anyways, so I'll pick up the satchel because it's close enough by. Or my Toxicroak will pick up the satchel. I guess that works too. Yeah, as much as I want to do my good Samaritan cause and pick up the other satchels, we gotta at least try to get the Petilil outbreak one more time. I feel like I've been procrastinating it long enough as is. Just give me a moment to clear out all these Pokemon before I flood all my boxes. I need all the box space I can get for the ever-growing shiny collection that seems to only multiply every year. How are my rocks and gravels and all that looking? I guess I'm getting close to maxing out on Girth Rocks. I think I am far enough away though that I can push that off a stream or two. At least push it off until I'm actually doing this stuff offline. I'm gonna at least tell myself that for now. we're at an hour and a half of streaming. Only thing to note that happened was some progress on Ancient Power by accident. One final push. I'm gonna make one final push to get another stupid Petilil outbreak. What I'm actually focusing on is not so bad. I guess it just seemed worse because I had Cypher to get myself distracted by. But what can we do while I'm killing some time for the next outbreak as we go through the loading screens? I guess I could see if anything changed in Pokemon Go. I think that Punkaboo is new. Yeah, sure, I'll check the Sawada too. Sawada's one of those Pokemon that I've been trying to find a shiny of for a long time, but it never really panned out, so didn't hurt to check on it. I probably didn't need to catch it. Probably could save my Pokeballs. But how badly did it really hurt things? Oh, almost forgot that I never actually finish opening these gifts. Oh! This is a mass outbreak just of Petilils. This is actually exactly what I want, because, like, I think the odds are even better. Of course, when I pull up my phone to check on something, immediately we get the good stuff. I don't even know if it's worth trying to reset for. Man, am I hopeful that this is the time, though. The fact that it's not a mass outbreak and it's just a normal mass outbreak with exactly what I'm looking for, it feels like the stars have aligned just for this moment. Do I want to grab the satchel? No, it's too far past at this point. Let's focus on what we're here for. I didn't even think about if I wanted to save. Because it wouldn't hurt. Did I pull up a self-spray? I don't know. Doesn't hurt to do it again, though. Alright. Oh. I gotta be more careful. Forgot to count. Well, I'll assume that one in the distance is just long gone. No? That one is, though. I'll just track one for the one that disappeared, and then count up the others. When I get back to base. Because I feel confident enough that I can get the rest. Without being seen, there's no way you should have seen or heard me. And yet here you are running away. Just that one. That one. Come on, if there's any time for them to start sparkling, it would be now. They're still showing up. That's a good sign. guessing that Petilil is the last one. So unless there's a surprise second wave, which I'm not even sure is a thing that can happen with a normal outbreak. Oh, come on, come on. Well, I guess I gotta put another one in the tracker. That poor little fellow just borderline drowning. Is there more? Apparently. I was hopeful that there was a second wave here. But I thought I got all the stragglers. I don't know where else they would be. Is that it? Anything to know over there? Maybe there was more Petilils out in the distance. I just don't want to attract the attention of too many other Pokemon. Or any other Pokemon. Because this is strictly between me and the Petilils. Okay, I don't know where you went, little fella. But you're here now, and I'm here now. A moment of truth. Second wave? Second wave? No. Well, higher chance doesn't mean guaranteed. Well, to be honest, I'm still a little disappointed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That really 10 more besides the 2 that ran away? Yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean, stuff like Rowlet and Cypher didn't go down easily. The problem is that I'm not sure if I have it in me to look for another outbreak of them. Alright. Well, guess I have some time to check out Pokemon Go after all. Let's swap over and send out the gifts. Unless we want to like get another one immediately. Nope. Don't mind me, just sending out the gifts. That's all I need to send. Anything you can receive? No. Any new Pokemon? No. Guess I could check up on sleep now. It'll be... Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, so I'm not surprised there's not really that much needed to pick up on. I mean, that is a lot of meat, which will help for tomorrow. It's a full, and it's just apparently so screwed up today that I forgot to feed my Snorlax breakfast. Oh yeah, Golden Sun stuff. Like, I forget the exact dates, but we got... Of course now there's something to do here. I didn't even get to talk about the Golden Sun stories. For one, the anniversary for Dark Dawn is coming up. if you're counting the Japanese release, it already happened like a week or so ago. But I think the US release, the anniversary for that happens in like a couple of weeks or two. I gotta see if I can find the time to put something together for that. Oh, I'm mistaking the Badoos for Petilils. I don't know if I really even got the ambitions to hunt Spiritombs. Like, Spiritomb would be a really cool shiny to get. But I'm not sure if I even got it in me to go through the process of trying to catch them without being seen and then, like, dealing with them if they do see me. Where is this flag pointing? Like, it's pointing towards the Spiritomb. Okay, hold on. We're working our way up there. But yeah, as I was gonna say, I did post something together for Darkstone's release purely by accident. Like, long story short, something happened at work where they screwed up the servers that I needed to do my job so badly that I had literally nothing else to do but doodle in my sketchbook. I only bring this up because that's how I managed to find the time to do a little sketch of some Golden Sun Dark Dawn characters for the anniversary of Golden Sun Dark Dawn. I was thinking of sharing it because sharing the sketch now for the Japanese release, and then coloring it in for the US release. But I missed the Japanese release window so badly. Ugh. No, Tinker, let's just brute force our way through this. Yeah, I missed the window for the Dark Dawn Japanese anniversary date. I think I'm gonna just not post anything until we get closer to the US date. Hopefully, and hope that I find time to get it from my sketchbook onto my computer and color it in. Because that'd be a cool little thing to do for Dark Dawn's anniversary. And the other Golden Sun related thing that came to mind, thinking about all that, was like, I forget who, but there's someone in the community that like doing this thing where doing like this massive thank you letter to the developers of the game. Like they somehow can go to their office, so they have like a Google spreadsheet where you can like write a thank you note. I'm thinking of like pulling up some of my old drawings and including that in there. I gotta double check when the time window was for, because my phone reminders told me that I was supposed to do that today, but like a lot of things I had planned for today, they didn't really pan out. It was one of those days where I just had to take a nap. Because I wasn't feeling like an upset in like a loud upset. I was feeling a quiet upset. Like the upset that's a little bit closer to depression than your normal upset. I was realizing that might be a little weird to just casually talk about, but the words are out of my mouth. It's too late. So they should both be in catching range at this point. I don't know. For some reason I thought they were doing Psychic type moves at me. That's why my brain was going, oh, they are doing Psychic type moves. But now I'm kind of remembering that they're Ghost Dark types. So a Psychic Glass Cannon isn't exactly the best Spiritomb wall. Especially if we're gonna just keep breaking out of Ultra Balls like that. Case in point. And the year goes. This is why I was hesitant to bother with the Spiritomb outbreak. It's not what I'm looking for, and this is the kind of mess I find myself in when I try to do it. There's one. Alrighty, where's the other? Now, are you gonna be a good little boy and stay in this Ultra Ball? Of course not. Shoot, maybe I should have waited until I broke out before saying that. But we all knew what was gonna happen. We all know the rules and the laws of comedy. It would have been a travesty to not follow the punchline. Oh, and I just realized how close to being obliterated by Spiritombs I was. Whoop. Anything else I even want to bother with? Not really. You know, like, the only reason I'm not going to reset is because I got so many berries to spare. But I am not really feeling up to anything else in this outbreak. I guess we're going to have a 2-hour stream after all. Though it wasn't the plan, but, like, we're so close to 2 hours already, and I really want to find one more Petilil outbreak. No idea if we're actually going to be able to do so. Man, but I feel like we're so close and yet so far. How else can we kill the time between these loading screens? I guess I could see if there's anything in T2C Pocket. Like I was saying before, though, I'm pretty sure I got all my card draws for the day. And I guess Wonder Pick is kind of refreshed enough. And yeah, there's a bonus pick ready to go. So I guess that's an option too. What will we get? I wasn't even paying attention to what's in the bonus pick. Apparently it was just one Shaman, and I just got a shopping ticket. Well, anyone got anything cool from the Mega Rising pack that'd be worth looking into? Not that I can really see. Well, yeah, I guess I still have... Well, I got some thank yous for Wonder Picking. I did get that one pack that had like 2 full arts, one of them being of a shiny Pokemon in a row, so I guess that's being spread around to people. And speaking of packs, I do have like the other 2 free packs that the game gave as rewards. Guess like we could see within those. This one's Mega Blaze again. So we got Gargantua, Typo, Maracas. That's pretty cute. I don't know what card this is from, but this Maracas is pretty cute. What I'm trying to say is what it's from originally in the physical pack sense. I haven't kept track or kept up with Pokemon cards for a while now, so this could have been reused from one of the new ones, and I couldn't be more the wiser. But I like the fact that, like, how it's like singing in the flower field. That's kind of like a cute perspective to have for Maracas. Yeah, shame I can't just magically pull up a screen just pull up my phone screen on the stream at my free will. That takes a... I could definitely do that, but I'm definitely not set up to do it now. Alright. We got Litio, got Ferrothorn, and that's it for this one. Apparently some new stuff, but nothing that rare. Only really new because I'm just new. This is a new pack that's come out, so practically anything I draw will be new. It's kind of cute that Melmetal's back. I am well too familiar with that Melmetal card for this set because, like, that Melmetal? Or I'm thinking Melt 10, my bad. Melt 10 is from Pokemon Go's, and I tried really hard to get every card from the Pokemon Go set for a while, so I've had plenty of opportunities to become familiar with it. Now, of course, we got an outbreak right before I'm about to open up the other pack. Now, what are you gonna do? I would say that'll just be something to be there for the next outbreak, but I'm not sure if there's gonna be another outbreak, especially if there's a Petilil in here. We're pretty close to 2 hours. And I definitely feel my throat getting a little scratchy. Guaranteed Alpha Spiritomb outbreak. I don't want to do it, but I want to do it. Stupid, and hello, stupid stink bug. I knew I should have killed you when I saw you on the window, and now you're just hanging around on my mic screen. You're literally climbing the cable of my microphone, and I'm not sure if that's adorable or disgusting. I'm not sure what people's opinions of stink bugs are. It's kind of cute from this angle, but I feel like a stink bug shouldn't be something I find cute. It should not be cute. And yet here we are debating. Here we are, me internally debating, Derry externally, if a stink bug is cute or not. I guess we could fly by either the Teddiursa or the Cricketune because it's right along the way. I'm gonna just jam with you all. I'm just here for the very small possibility of a shiny alpha Spiritomb. Like, if we can get Petilil tonight, that would be an amazing consolation prize. The problem is that it means I have to, like, deal with the process of catching more Spiritombs. This might, like, ease said process a little, depending on how far the jet balls go. Nope. Just barely out of the range. Luckily, you're all, like, down there, and I'm up here, so there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. All you can do is just stand there and let yourselves get caught. Maybe I sneak up a little bit more, get a few more in range. Cool, got backstrike on that one. They're literally staring at me, and yet they can do nothing. I love jet balls. If only you could, like, put one of these sticky globs onto a jet ball and just project the glob all the way from here, and then I could just, like, sticky glob them all and then run down and ambush them. Alright, I guess I'm just too far out of range for the rest of them. We're gonna have to do this the hard way. Can't believe I'm trying to stealth in some pinky flowers. And it sees me. Oh, that's supposed to grab the sticky glob? Nice try. Now get in the Ultra Balls so I can move along my merry way. I said get in the Ultra Ball. Alright, let's see what we got for alphas. Nothing crazy yet. If I wasn't so stupid stink bug, if I wasn't so focused on the task at hand, you'd be disposed of where you stand. I don't know, guys. I get the feeling like you're not gonna get any alphas that sparkle today. I think that's the last one. I just noticed that the stone tablet the Spiritombs come out of. Yeah, the stink bug's way too comfortable. But as I was saying, the fact that the stone tablet for the Spiritomb glows as well, that's pretty cool. Right. Just like all of that. And nothing. The problem with these stink bugs is, like, we call them stink bugs, but they're not really a stink issue until you kill them. When you grab them and crush them, that like releases all their stink juices. So it doesn't really even help them stay alive, but yeah, I'm talking about you, you little stinker. Your days are numbered. The second this stream is over, you're gone. You're gonna be gone the moment I'm done streaming. Imagine if, like, imagine I get demonetized for talking about a stink bug. For talking about what I'm gonna do to a stink bug, but forgot this channel's not monetized. But I'm sure YouTube would find some way to make me suffer for my consequences. Do I save? Do I just reset? Screw it. It's not like I need the money, so maybe I can save a little time. And like, I should stop, but I'm a sucker for. I am so set on getting another Lilligan, getting another chance at Petilil. Besides, we gotta open up this pack of the pockets. It sparkled, so we got something good, at least. Litwick, oh, double Litwick. Alright, let's just get the juice. Ooh! A full art Rillaboom. That's nice. Wait, it's the gold star doesn't mean that it's shiny, right? No, that's a different icon. Because I'm not too familiar with Sword and Shield shiny, so I don't. That pre-evolve form in the corner looks not normal. Is this a shiny Rillaboom card? Great, now I got myself second guessing. Regardless of if it's shiny or not, it is a full art, so that's real neat. Oh yeah, stars is for full art. The Golden Sun is for the shinies. Apparently I got 2 already? Oh yeah, the Doug Drill. Alright, so that's all my free packs. There's no point in opening. Even though I got plenty of hourglass to spare, there's not like a point to opening or wasting resources to open up packs just for content, because you all can't see the stream, or you all can't see what I'm doing on my phone. What else can we do to kill some time? You know what? Let's just see. I'm gonna do this until we get a mass outbreak. Definitely until we get a mass outbreak in the area. I was tempted to say just a mass outbreak in general, because it felt anticlimactic to end the stream off on that of all things. I'm just reminded of Green Simba. Now I'm reminded of Green Simba. Yeah, apparently if you play the GBA version or the Game Boy Color version of The Lion King, yeah, there's like an in-joke in one of the communities that I follow, just here, child, and it's just like how it started as like the streamer was playing the Game Boy version of Lion King, and like the Game Boy tried very hard to recreate the scene where Rafiki is lifting baby Simba up into the sky. And it's just, oh, it's a treat. I wish I could just snap my fingers and make images appear. Because, oh my god, Green Simba, I don't know what's better now, Green Simba or Rafiki in that image, but like, oh, it's just glorious, and probably in an ironic way, but still in a glorious way nevertheless. You know, while I'm just bouncing, looking for another mass outbreak, anyways, let me see if I can pull up an image. If I can pull up an image of GBA Lion King, or Game Boy, why do I keep defaulting to Game Boy Advance? Clearly talking about Game Boy Color. Point being, if I can get an image and just pop it on the screen, you gotta see it. Lion King. Sure, we'll pull up a long play. That might be quicker than to like search for the specific image. Wait. Oh, okay, I'm looking for the original Game Boy, not Game Boy Color. The Game Boy Color version actually looks nice. Sure, like, it's the first search result of Game Boy Lion King, even on Google. Why not? Oh, this is gonna be in black and white though. It's not gonna be green. Maybe I should just pull up the stream that I'm thinking of. That feels like even more work though. I don't know, it's not the same without it being green. But still. Don't tell me that the long play cuts out the cutscenes though. That would be just... that would just be a crying shame. There it is! It's definitely not as good when it's not green. But that's the image. I'll see if I can just like quickly screen cap it for you all. That'd be better. Black and white is better than nothing, but man, I gotta see if I can find a green variant of it, because man, it's way more glorious in green. But I've hyped it too much to not talk about it to some degree. Oh, well, you know, we got another mass outbreak. But I mean, but I essentially promised at this point that I show the image. So give me a sec. We're gonna get the image on here. You know what? It's no Petilil. No problem. Buys me more time to, like, share this child with you all. From the single... Oh my... What? I'm a fool. I have the screenshot of Green Simba in my screenshot folder. I didn't even have to go through any of the trouble finding it. It's already here. There's the child. Their son. Isn't it glorious? Isn't it just the most magnificent piece of art that you've witnessed? I sure think so. Well, I guess that's just gonna be in the corner for the rest of the stream. Because we already got another massive mass outbreak. And this is it. You know what? I found so many shinies. Well, I found the shiny unknown while reciting the lizard meme. This is a good luck omen. This is our luck omen. We're getting that shiny Petilil because we're blessed by the sun. We're gonna talk to Mai. There's gonna be a Petilil on the map. And they're gonna sparkle. We're not off to a great start. But since, like, this is definitely the last thing I'm doing for the night, sure, why not just check one more time for Spiritomb? We can't let this glorious moment go in vain. We gotta at least try to get something to sparkle after this revelation. I'm tempted to even just fly around the area where Petilils normally spawn. Oh cool, they already see me. But then again, I did literally nothing to prep my... Excuse me. I've done nothing to prep myself for stealth, so I don't know what I was expecting. Cool, there are multiple Spiritombs are going out of their way to fill me with demise. Oh, there's two. Well, they're both stunned now, so that shouldn't be too hard. I'm doing alright with the spin cycle. It must be the bless of the sun. Ah! Or I could just open my stupid mouth. If only because I wasn't feeling ambitious enough to swap between the different Spiritombs. Or by Pokeballs. Well, I love to keep going until I inevitably get something to sparkle so I can credit it to the sun. But we're at 2 hours now. There really is... I've been talking to I don't know. There's no reason to keep going. The whole reason of starting early was because I wanted to have a little more time between ending the stream and before I went to sleep. So I think now's a good time as I need to stop. Thank you all for tuning in. I think I'm going to start going back to alternating between streaming every other week. So I wouldn't say there'd be a stream next Saturday. But I wasn't expecting to stream today. So who knows? Point being, if I do stream, it'll be around this time. And there's a possibility I'll be streaming again Saturday evening. We'll see. It'd be nice if I could get this Petilil before my Switch 2 inevitably comes in, because I got the Legends ZA bundle because I have zero interest in Mario Kart and I might as well get a game for a discount. So I'm kind of on a time limit if I want to keep true to my goal of getting these shiny Pokemon before getting ZA. at worst case scenario, I could just like not play the game until I get the shiny. But yeah, you get what I'm getting at though. I'll see y'all later. Maybe I'll even have a shiny Petilil by the time we meet again. Until then though, take care.